It felt really good to be able to rescue that group of Aviatics from the attacking Nieuports. The fight against them has demonstrated quite nicely the best way to deal with our enemies. Their planes are superior to ours in every single way. In a one-on-one fight, we are very likely to lose. But if we can isolate an enemy and fight him 2-on-1, he can be denied the opportunity to gain a favorable position over one of us. Von Sastrov and myself managed to alternate our attacks on the Nieuports in such a way that every time the Nieuport tried to pursue me, he was threatened by von Sastrov. And when the French pilot tried to go after him, I was ready to turn around and attack. We kept that up until the frustrated enemy disengaged and retired to his side of the lines. As we did fight the enemy just above the front lines, a great amount of flak shells was fired at us. I once again felt as if I was stuck in a three-dimensional artillery barrage, being aimed directly at myself. Later, I talked with Feldwebel Kurz about how I think that we pilots are more exposed to such a barrage than the soldiers in the trenches, who at least can take cover in dugouts when they are being shelled. He, who had begun the war in an infantry regiment before applying for the Fliegertruppe, looked me in the eyes with a very serious expression and told me to never repeat those words, especially not if any infantry soldiers are present, if I like to remain in possession of all my teeth. Yes, trenches and dugouts do offer some protection, he said, but your orders can and do place you outside of them. The flak barrages that we have to endure typically last for a few minutes before we move out of range. Then we fly home to have a good meal, good drink, and a relatively soft bed, where no enemy can sneak up on us. Meanwhile, the soldiers in the trenches stay there for days and sometimes weeks on end, and on top of all the other hardships and discomforts, suffer through bombardments that go on for days and which might be followed up by a sudden enemy assault, or the dreaded command to get out of the trenches and attack through a maelstrom of enemy fire. I assured him that I didn't mean to say that we got it worse overall than the infantry soldiers. No disrespect was intended. Now I feel foolish and realize that during my time in the artillery, I was almost as far removed from the horrors of the front lines as I am now. I will ask Kurz to tell me more about his time in the infantry. Hello there, and welcome to a new episode of our amazing Wings Over Flanders Fields campaign, where we are currently flying for Kampfeinsatzkommando Sivry as the German pilot Felix von Berg, flying the lovely, but quite outdated Fokker E3. Today is the 30th of April 1916. We are flying a very early morning patrol, and it looks like we will be having some bad weather today. Let's hope that we can return back to base before the bad weather front moves in. Today's patrol will only consist of 2 airplanes. It will be led by von Sastrov, and I will be following him. This does not fill me with confidence. If we bump into some enemies, well, only the 2 of us might have a hard time dealing with them. But, well, we have our orders. So we will go to the briefing and have a quick look. But before we do that, well, it is the 30th of April 1916 now. I have flown another mission on the 26th that you didn't get to see because, well, we didn't encounter any enemies. But we did encounter plenty of other Fokkers in the sky. It was really incredible to see. By my estimates, there were 2 more Kampfeinsatzkommandos in the air at the same time as we were. So it really isn't any wonder that we didn't see any French airplanes, because, well, they would have found themselves really outnumbered. And, well, a stark contrast to today's situation where there's only 2 of us. After the 26th, I requested a leave and was granted a leave of 2 days. And now it is the 30th. So let's go ahead to the briefing. Meine Herren, our mission is patrol behind friendly front lines. Patrol into friendly territory, be on the lookout for anti-aircraft and enemy craft. Our destination is the friendly airfield Yamets, 9 miles away. They want us to fly at an altitude of 2,600 meters and we will patrol the area for at least 24 minutes. So, this is something slightly different. We are flying a patrol behind the lines. Well behind the lines, I should say. We will be taking off from Sivry, we'll fly upriver, and we'll climb for a bit. Then we'll fly north to, what is it, Lupi. From there we'll fly to Yamets, and then we'll fly a patrol in between Yamets and waypoint number 2 here towards Etat. We'll fly back and forth a few times for 24 minutes, and that will be our defensive patrol. My guess is that this patrol is mostly about keeping enemy bombers and observation aircraft away from our rear area of operations. I could go ahead and reduce our fuel load a bit for this, so let's do that. Shave off 10%, that should shave off a few kilograms. Make our aircraft a little bit lighter, and since we'll be behind our lines all the time, I feel quite safe doing so. I could go even lower. 85. That should be plenty. Okay. We will go to the field, have a quick look at the weather report. Overcast, broken or partial cloud cover and rain in places with storms. Wind 60 knots, moderate breeze from west. There will be an extended weather report because of the bad weather. Yeah, Wetterbericht, Ruhe bitte. Here is the latest from the local meteorological unit. Weather. Precipitation and heavy cloud cover. Precipitation rate, medium rain. The poor weather system is moving in from the west. Gute Jagd. Expected wind 16 knots, moderate breeze from the west. Let's go to the field. Ah, the sun is already up. This is looking nice, isn't it? Let's go start our engine. And immediately follow him. And we are airborne. Okay, yeah. When looking towards the west, we see some towering clouds approaching, but they are still far, far away. The rain and the storms, it will come later in the day. So my guess is that we should be able to complete our patrol before this bad weather arrives here. Which is good. The wind is, it's a little bumpy. The wind has already picked up. And it's not really possible to keep the aircraft super steady. But yeah, we'll manage. We'll manage for now. We are flying upriver to our circle up waypoint. And from there we will fly back towards the north. Towards, what was it, Lupi, I think. And then to Yamets, which should be somewhere in that direction over there. I remember it well. There's the observation balloon that is south of the airfield, so Yamets should be somewhere right more or less where I'm looking now. So, let's be on our way. We'll resume the episode. I think once we arrive at Yamets would be appropriate. Welcome back. We have just arrived above Yamets. The airfield is pretty much below us. We just made the turn, well, the slight turn towards the southeast. As you can see, we are quite far away from the front lines. So I think we'll be rather safe back here. This is pretty much just a routine patrol. A precautionary patrol. And, well, if we run into any enemies back here, then it's most likely going to be maybe bombers or reconnaissance aircraft. But with the bad weather approaching, they might not dare to take off, because I think their airfields might be impacted a bit sooner than ours. So I think today's patrol will be quite a safe one, with no enemies showing themselves. We can take a quick look at their meds, it's down there. I saw that there are even a few aircraft parked, ready to take off, ready to scramble, in case that something does show itself. You can see them down there. Down there they are parked, ready to scramble at a moment's notice, which is very nice. So yeah, I think our patrol today, I don't think anything will happen really, but right now we are flying closer to the front lines, and von Sastov just made a turn. He has seen something. What did he see? Do I hear explosions? I'm not sure, something's going on. He didn't make this turn without a reason. Trying to look for anti-aircraft fire. I don't see anything. I'll follow him for now. But something is in the vicinity. He has seen something. Just because I didn't see it yet doesn't mean it isn't there. I don't think he would have deviated from our patrol route for no reason. There must be a reason. Where is the reason? No eyes on anything. No, wait. Puffs of anti-aircraft fire towards the river there? Yeah, I think so. There must be something right there. I just can't identify anything yet. Or maybe it's moving closer to us. Well, forget what I said just a minute ago, that today's patrol will be quite routine and quite safe. Because apparently, that's no longer the case. Definitely anti-aircraft fire in front of us. Von Sastov has good eyes. I still don't see what the anti-aircraft fire is aimed at. How is our fuel looking? It's okay. It's okay. We are screaming towards an unseen target. Well, unseen for me. But he really seems to have good eyes to have caught that. Whatever it is, we are racing towards it. And I am apprehensive. Is it going to be escorted by Newports? Is it going to be a flight of Newports? There. Or is that the flak burst? No, that's a burst of flak. Yeah, it dissipated. I still don't see what we are going after. I have a suspicion that whatever it is It is running away. Otherwise, we might have already caught up to it. Question is, how long will we chase? Yeah, Metz is far behind us now already. We are chasing at full speed here, that the Fokker is capable of. I should keep my eyes open for other things. Anti-aircraft fire, starboard, triple formation of planes. Oh, fuck me, there's one red. One of them is red. Zastrov, we are being cut off by Newports. And I think one of them is Navarre. He's too far away for me to signal. Well, he's the flight lead, so I'm following him, but... Uh-oh. I am not feeling good about this. Is this an ambush? It's possible that this is an ambush. And we are flying into it and I can't catch up to him. Well, can't be helped. We'll fly on. I certainly can't take on 3 Newports by myself, so there's really no benefit in me breaking off and letting him go on his own after whatever he's chasing. That's not something that can work. We are far more effective if we are together. But I am concerned, I'm greatly concerned. I lost them. Wherever they are, I lost them for now. My guess is we are chasing after some kind of bomber, some kind of two-seater. Probably reconnaissance aircraft. And those guys might be its escort. I don't know where they went. But there is a chance that they are already following us, stalking us. Just as we are following and stalking something else here. Well, I don't know if you can say that we are stalking anything, if that something is really good at running away from us. Trying to find it, but without success. We continue the chase. And we are chasing into enemy territory now. This is not wise. This is not wise, especially not with Navarre and 2 of his buddies in between us and Sivry. Trying to look for them, but without luck so far. Well, even though they are flying Newport 11s, they will need some time to come after us. Okay, von Sastro is now receiving anti-aircraft fire. That's gonna mark us for everybody in the vicinity. If they didn't see us yet, they will do so now. Sastov, how far do you want to chase? Fuel's still okay. Anti-aircraft fire is picking up. I dearly hope that we have some other planes in the sky nearby that can maybe deal with those new ports before we run into them on our way back. Anti-aircraft is getting a little bit heavy here. But we are quite high up. I don't think we'll have any problems. If only I knew what we are chasing. I still don't see it. I'm very certain that we are chasing something. He's not flying off in this direction just on a whim. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Close one. Close. I do not like this. Our peaceful and relatively safe routine patrol has suddenly turned into anything but. Decidedly not routine, decidedly not peaceful, and very much not safe. What the hell are we chasing? Is he diving? I thought for a moment that he's in a shallow dive. Yeah, I think he is. There's a French airfield right there. Probably whatever we are hunting is running towards that airfield. My guess is that we will not attack it above the airfield. We will probably break off before we go low enough where the anti-aircraft fire really becomes an issue. There must be something. Can you see it? Am I blind? I'm sure there is something. I think he's breaking off now. He's climbing again. This would be just in time too. He's not turning around yet. And what are we doing? He's diving. Well, he's most definitely attacking something. There! I finally see the enemy plane. I have no idea what it is. Now I managed to lose him as well. He's in front of me. See, are we really doing this? Suster, what the hell is wrong with you today? Now he's breaking off. No, he's not. Is he? He's weaving through the anti-aircraft fire. We are close to Verdun now. Let's get out of here. Whatever that enemy plane is, it has made it to safety. Oh, no, these bursts are way too close. Way too close. Do you know what I think? I think we were chasing a Newport 12. It is smaller than a Caudron, so much easier for me to miss. It is a two-seater, and I believe it is also faster than a Caudron, which would explain why we had trouble catching it. Contact left side. Biplane of some type. I'm staying with him. I don't know if that's a Newport. I don't want to fight one on my own. That would not be a good idea. So I'll stay with him. Yeah, that's a Newport. No, let's get out of here. That Newport apparently also is not inclined to have a go at two Fokkers. We are getting out of here, leaving Verdun behind us. Now we will have a long flight back to our side of the lines. I wonder, will we resume the patrol with the little bit of fuel that we still have? Or are we going home? Over there, Fort Douaumont. Back there, Fort Vaux. So thereabouts is the front line. Nothing seems to be coming after us right now, which I take as a very good sign. I think we are successfully getting out of here. And we are climbing. The anti-aircraft fire has stopped. So I think at this point I'll put a little break into the video. And we are going to resume this once something happens. Maybe once I know which way we are going to enter patrol, or to continue it. For now we are just flying on the shortest way back to friendly lines, which is indeed this way. Welcome back. So we have returned back to our side of the lines, and we have now turned northwest and we are flying towards Civry. We have descended a bit and it looks like we are flying home to enter patrol, but we are flying along the front lines. So there is a not so insignificant chance that we might run into something, considering that the French pilots seem to be flying today after all. So I'm still concerned. We are flying home and I'm concerned. I'm also concerned because, well, because of that. We don't have much fuel left. Less than a quarter of our fuel is left. And, well, I just hope that we can make it back to Civry, even though the wind is coming at us from the west, which I guess will slow us down a little bit. But yeah, I really do hope that despite that we'll make it home in time, before our fuel runs out. let's skip ahead a little bit. And well, we'll resume this episode once we are either about to land, or if we suddenly encounter something very much unpleasant. Welcome back. We have returned to Sivri. We are about to land, and well, when I look at my fuel gauge, just in time too. Don't know if you can see it well, but yeah, it's not looking good. It's really not looking good. We are, well, almost running on fumes here. I just hope it holds long enough that we still have a little bit more juice here to squeeze out of our fuel tank for these last few hundred meters here. If the engine stops now, I'm dead. That would be catastrophic. I don't think I would be able to glide all the way to the field from this altitude. So yeah, I now really have to hope that the engine doesn't suddenly shut off on the last few meters. That would be bad. The same is of course true for him. Okay, hold it until we have crossed above these trees. Okay, now we can bring it in. Now I feel safe. Hold it. Pull back the stick. There we go. We're slowing down. We are on the ground. Oh boy, I was really holding my breath there. I really was. But it's okay now. We have made it. We are back home. Well, water patrol. I mean, yeah, we didn't shoot anything, but you can't say that the patrol wasn't tense and suspenseful. What is that? Sudden engine noise. A Fokker. A single Fokker. I don't think he's part of our squadron. So we did have more Fokkers in the area, and him being a single plane tells me that they ran into trouble of some kind. Maybe they ran into Navarre and his buddies. And that could be the only survivor of a whole flight. Oh wow. So yeah, I didn't get to shoot anything. Nobody directly shot at me, apart from the anti-aircraft fire, but still I believe I am going to keep this footage as an episode, because, well, the last time that we went to Verdun escorting those Aviatics, I asked you guys, do you prefer to not have missions where I don't get into a fight? If you prefer those missions to be basically just background footage for the intro. But a lot of you, the overwhelming majority, said no, keep that stuff in if something interesting happens. And I think today qualifies. That was quite interesting to see Navarre, although thankfully from a distance, and to chase an enemy observer almost all the way to Verdun. Von Sastrov was really feeling adventurous today. That was actually incredibly dangerous what he did. And that could have ended in disaster. We shouldn't have chased the enemy planes so far. But maybe it was a valuable target. I mean, all of those reconnaissance aircraft are. They are collecting very important information on our frontline positions that the French artillery is using to hammer them to bits. So I can see why we would go after such a plane, even into enemy territory. Is this guy okay? Seems to be a little bit slow and unstable. I wonder if he has battle damage. He's not looking healthy. Of course, I can't tell from this distance. But I believe this is not looking healthy at all. That's a Fokker about to make an oopsie. I think his engine is giving up. Ouch. Oh no. Oh no, poor guy. Is it possible to take a closer look at him, I wonder, or not? Probably not, since he is now no longer a friendly entity. I'll try though. No. No, we can't take a look at him. Oh, poor guy. Well, the fire stopped, kind of. That's good. Don't see that every day. I guess his plane was damaged and he was unable to bring it in. And he hit the tree, I guess. I have an idea. Where is he? There he is. He hit a fence. He just hit a fence. He seems to be alive, at least. He just groaned a bit. It's probably best if I end this episode very soon. But yeah, his undercarriage got smashed, his propeller is smashed. His wing is totally torn to pieces. This fence really did him in. Yeah. Let's go to the debrief. Total flying time 75 minutes. I didn't have a look at my remaining fuel, but maybe a few liters. Not more than that. Let's see, we are all okay. That's it done, and we'll review the mission. See what exactly happened out there. No news to cover. We'll check that in just a moment to make sure that that really is the case. All air units, yes please. Okay, let me zoom in a little bit here. Some new ports are taking off from Lem. We are taking off from Sivry. Roland C2 taking off from Bralin. Or Brulin? Brulin, probably. Okay, we are climbing now. Some Albatros C1s taking off from Carignan. I would love to see one of those close up. One of the new planes in this latest expansion. Okay. Fokkers are taking off for Martincourt. Some Codrons are taking off, okay. A Fokker suffers a fatal crash somewhere. Belonging to Kekyametz. Not sure where that crash happened. Oh, all the way down here. Near Kosmosima. Okay. So they were doing something down there. A Fokker E4 receives blast damage down here next to the river. A French observation balloon is taking hits from a Fokker E4. Probably from the same one. That I think is Kek Bechamps hitting those things. And yeah, they are taking down the observation balloon. But the Fokker E4 takes hits from French troops. I hope they can get out. Rolands are bombing up here. Nice. Continue. French observation balloon destroyed. By Kekyametz. Another one? Yeah, all the way down here. South of Kosmosima. They were flying a far patrol today. A Fokker E4 is brought down by anti-aircraft fire near Saint-Michel. And Newport 11 is receiving blast damage from a German anti-aircraft gun. Very close to us. Is that what he was chasing, I wonder? Roland's bombing, yes, yes. I'm just waiting for... I think here he might be changing course. Yeah. We are now chasing something. So we probably... Maybe we chased that Newport 11? I'm not sure. But yeah, we are chasing. We are continuing to chase. Our observation balloon near Sivry is taking damage from Newport 11. From a Newport 11. I think this is Navarre and his group of 3 planes. They are attacking an observation balloon here. That was their mission. And I expect that they will bring it down, yeah. They destroyed it. And Newport 11 went down. And I think it was this one that was damaged up here earlier. If that is indeed the case, then we have chased that Newport all the way, basically almost to its airfield, where it succumbed to the damage that it undoubtedly somehow nursed back home, but then it crashed. And we are turning around and getting out of here. So that's what we were chasing. We weren't chasing reconnaissance aircraft, we were actually chasing a Newport 11. Or 2 of them. That's surprising. Albatros is destroying some supplies near Verdun. Nice. Yeah, we are now turning back towards Sivry. The Albatros are bombing a lot of stuff. I'm now low on fuel, less than 10% remaining. Newports are landing back here at Procourt. This is Navarre and his group, I think. Albatros is dropping more bombs and destroying more supplies. And more bombs. They really messed up that supply dump. Good job. And I have now landed at Sivry. Von Sastov has landed at Sivry. Fokker E3 from Kekyametz is landing at Yametz. Multiple of them. And a Fokker E3 collides with a trio building. That Fokker belongs to the guys up here at Martincourt, I believe. So it was one of their pilots. Okay. Good to know. And that's it. Wow. That was certainly interesting. Looks like they want us to fly another mission today. 30th of April, right? Yeah. We will fly another mission today, that's why there's no news report. We'll check anyway. I'm not sure, maybe you missed one from the last few days. So let's go back to the main menu and back into the campaign real quick. We'll skip the video for this time. And just jump straight back in and have a look at the news. Yeah, okay, there was something new. Fall of Kut et Amara. Despite the airlift by the Royal Flying Corps and Royal Naval Air Service, a total of 19,000 pounds of supplies dropped in 140 flights, the garrison at Kut was forced to surrender today. 12,000 men were taken prisoner by the Turkish forces. So Ottoman victory at Kut et Amara. And that's it for today. What a patrol! And there I thought that we would just fly a peaceful and very much routine patrol far behind the front lines, where nothing really threatens us. And then, suddenly, Newports. And von Sastrov, for some reason, being really angry at them. He was hell-bent on chasing that thing down. I don't quite understand it. Did he... Maybe he realized that the Newport was much slower than it had any right to be, because it probably was damaged. And maybe that's why he hoped that we could catch it before it arrived back home. But still, this was dangerous. There were more Newports in the area. This could have ended very badly. For both of us. I'm glad it didn't. I'm very glad it didn't. I'm very glad we got out alive. And, well, we'll fly another patrol today, it seems. So, that will be something for next time. For now, thank you very much for watching today's episode. I do hope that you have enjoyed it, even though we did not get into a direct fight with anybody. And I really do hope that you are looking forward to more. Until then, have some really great days and goodbye.